Man, Cooper, I just don't know what we're going to talk about on the show this week. I mean, we're back, but nothing's happened.
I know. I mean, it feels like we've been gone for almost 2 months. You'd expect us to, have something, positive, something crazy to happen, but it's really nothing good has been happening here at Arkansas State.
I mean, we've been gone for so long. We celebrated Christmas. We've entered a new year, and our basketball team has almost 10 different starting lineups. Our women's basketball team hasn't even won a conference game yet, but I mean, I don't know. But guys, we will have more right after this. Cue our theme song. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Happy 2023. Merry late Christmas. Happy late holidays. Welcome back to Red Wolf Roundtable. Hi, everybody. You know who I am. I'm Tristan Harlan here with my best friend, my compadre, my brother from another mother, Cooper, the Juice Box Melter. Cooper, how you doing, my friend?
I'm feeling juicy today, juice box as it is, but, I'm glad to finally be back here at the set here at Arkansas State. Tristan, did you have a good Christmas?
I did. My Santa Claus mother got me a brand new shiny PS5, so all is right in the world. Got to spend some time with some good family, eat some good food. But Cooper, we're not the only two that's back. We have a third member of our crew who's back for more action. Let's go ahead and send it down to her. Ella Jane Britt, how was your holidays?
Thanks, Tristan. My holidays were great. But as he said, my name is Ella Jane Britt, and welcome back to the Red Wolf Roundtable News Desk. I'm so glad to be back after this break. This week in A-State Athletics, the Arkansas State women's basketball team fell to Texas State this past Saturday with a score of 89-55, but they came out with 3 of their women scoring in double figures. Kia Patton and Anna Griffin led the Lady Red Wolves, scoring with 13 points, while Griffin also added 7 rebounds. Coming off the bench, Jade Upshaw also had 11 points. These Lady Red Wolves continue their road swing Thursday, January 19th, as they prepare to take on the Lady Jaguars of South Alabama. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m., and you can watch the game live on ESPN Plus, as well as listen to the game live from the EAB Red Wolf Sports Network. The Red Wolves men's basketball team also fell short this weekend to Southern Miss. The game was tied 33-all at halftime, but coming into the second half, the Eagles took a 23-3 run against the Red Wolves. Sophomore guard Avery Feltz led the Red Wolves with 15 points and trailing with 9 points apiece were Omar El Sheik, Terrence Ford Jr., and Marquise Davis. This men's basketball team will also be stepping back on the court Thursday, January 19th at First National Bank Arena. As they are set to take on Louisiana, as they usually, you can see the game live on ESPN Plus, as well as listen to the game live from the EAB Red Wolf Sports Network. That's all I have for you this week from the Red Wolf Roundtable News Desk. Tristan and Cooper, back to you guys.
Cooper, we touched on it a little bit in the open before our theme song rolled. Man, I'm just going to go flat out say it. The past couple weeks for A-State sports have been nothing short of depressing.
Yeah, you hit the hammer on the nail right there, but, A-State basketball, men's and women's, we just really haven't found our stride. You have Coach Rogers in her really first full year as a head coach, and then Coach Bellato and the rest of the guys, it hurts not having that Norchad O'Meara type player. Who's going to be that guy to, step up and take the game over when it needs to be taken over? Because, what was it, last Thursday we played Texas State, the men's did, and we got right back into that game. There's about 2 minutes left, and then next thing you know, Texas State hit 3 straight threes in a row, and we just didn't have that guy on the team to, step up and be like, guys, let's just calm down, read your assignments, do the right thing, and win the game. Don't let them hit 3 straight threes. One was, right at the shot clock buzzer, and there's nothing you can do about it, but the other 2, they were wide open.
Yeah, Cooper, and, we'll get to the statement made by Coach Rogers of why she thinks her team has kind of been lackluster and sort of different things later. But it's it's been one of those things where it's like, okay, I get football wasn't good. I get maybe baseball is not going to go as good as it should. Maybe they don't. Maybe they improve on last year. I don't know. We'll talk about that on a future date. But when you get into conference play, you have to go all in. And, you know, when we come back from break, we're going to dive more into the women, and you're watching Red Wolf Roundtable here on ASU-TV.
We let people show.
ASU-TV, shows like Red Wolf Roundtable, ASU-TV News, Westside Football, and more. Gain real-life experience while doing what you love. Get involved with ASU-TV today.
ASU-TV, covering all your favorite sports. From Red Wolf Roundtable to Westside Football and more, ASU-TV has you covered. Tune in now to ASU-TV for news and coverage on these sports and more.
It really has been. It's been a struggle from just trying to win games to just getting the ball into the basket. It's been awful. We got outscored 25-2 or 3 and a quarter. It's not where you want to be at this point in the season.
Yeah, Cooper, and you really got to look at the absence of star Izzy Higginbottom from Missouri, the transfer. You know, I don't know how I can say it without sounding like a Debbie Downer. It's not that Izzy. I hope you get what I'm trying to insinuate there.
I got you.
Izzy has been the #1 scorer on the offense all season long, even prior to conference play. I don't care what stats say. I don't care what Coach Rogers has to say. Actually, I do care what Coach Rogers has to say because me and her we're good friends. I enjoy talking to Coach Rogers. But when you have a star like Izzy, who you see, she started in 12 games and she's played 14. That's not accurate to the number of games that they've played up to this point because she's been out. But when you have a star like Izzy Higginbottom who can hit the three, who can hit the inside shot, who can dribble, who can score inside, you've got to make sure she stays healthy. And I've seen her prior to the show, prior to the last 2 games, she's been walking around in a boot. And, you know, it's kind of a question is her season over? Or is she going to come back maybe in the conference tournament to where she's not exactly 100%, but she's well enough to where she can actually play and be inuit with the offense? Because I'm just going to be flat out. This team sucks without Izzy Higginbottom on the court.
Yeah, you know, even if she's not 100%, say conference tournament rolls around and we have to win, having that present of a scorer just to be able to come off your bench, maybe she's not 100% on defense. That's okay. You have other people on the team to back her up. But if we can have that scorer out there at all times, that would just really help this team out. And something that I'm surprised is not seeing Jade Upshaw getting all the minutes. I get she's a sophomore. She's still developing. but she's a consistent scorer when she's out there. We saw her last year able to knock down a bunch of big threes. But I get you want that scorer off the bench, that six-man type role. But with Izzy out, I really feel like we need Jade Upshaw in the starting lineup just to be that girl to hit that three-point shot.
Well, and not even with Jade, because I kind of want to piggyback what you were saying. But you got three players right there. Jade Upshaw, Lauren Pendleton, and Kia Patton. You got three players right there that I just named that can easily either start or come off the bench to provide valuable minutes and valuable scoring opportunities, looks for a Melanie Kapinga, for an Anna Griffin inside, to where you can outscore or maybe limit the outscoring that you're suffering early in conference play. I get conferences really hasn't gotten to the meat of the sandwich, so to speak, yet. But when your star player goes out, you've got to, and you must, and I can't stress this enough, you must play like your last game is that game. Because if you don't and you go into conference tournament, then you're just going to get blown out more. I mean, we saw it last year against Coastal Carolina. Ajaia Wilson had 45 on this team. This team did change over the offseason. Some players dropped and transferred. Some people stepped up and kept playing. You know, couple girls got hurt. And Cooper, the question is what is this team missing?
Like I was saying earlier, they're missing a consistent key scorer. With Izzy out, you don't have that, dynamic duo of scorers. Because right now, we're getting beat by 30, 40 points per game. And I get Coach Rogers, she's preaching defense, defense, defense. But we're in the day of age of basketball where defense doesn't win championships anymore. We saw it in the NBA this past season, the Miami Heat, who got beaten 7 games. Yeah, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they were focused on just their defense to carry them. It's just not going to work. It's a scoring league. It's made for offense. It's made to be, up-tempo. But if we want to play that defensive style type of play, we need to have a backcourt offense. We have to, waste the shot clock to get the exact good shot. You can't go up-tempo with the defensive type team.
Well, yeah, Cooper, and there's a reason why this team hasn't won a conference game yet. It's just mind-blowing that Anna Griffin and Melanie Kapinga, as big of stars as they are on the defensive side of the ball, they cannot hit that inside shot. But Cooper, we actually got a chance to hear what Coach Rogers had to say about her team. So let's go ahead and take a look and hear what she had to say about this team.
We let people shoot wide open threes. I tell my team all the time because they make this silly joke of, where everybody shoots the best against us. Well, you think? It's no coincidence. We let people shoot wide open looks. We let people get the shots that they want. So right now it's a heart issue with this team. It's a heart issue of just not being able to dig deep and, get the stops and just stay positive when shots aren't falling on the offensive end. Right now we're not scoring the ball the way we know we can score the ball. So our confidence is just at an all-time low. So I got to figure out how to get these kids confidence. And just, keep swinging. There's no give up in me. There's no give up in the staff. Right now, it just feels like the team is giving up. So I gotta figure out how to reach them, and gotta figure out how to, get this thing to turn around.
Cooper, you heard it from Coach Rogers herself. This team has no heart. And honestly, I agree with her. Like I said, Coach Rogers and I have enjoyed many conversations when we see each other. But this team, and I hope they're all listening to me, because I'm friends with Jade, I'm friends with Izzy, I'm friends with a couple of the players on this team. You guys have got to play basketball like you want to win the daggone thing, dude. I don't care that you're tired. I don't care that you have no drive. Just stick your head up, quit complaining, and just play freaking basketball.
Yeah, Coach Rogers is saying this team has no confidence, and people are kind of bashing her for saying that, which they shouldn't. She's telling the utmost truth. They're not winning games because the team's not confident in themselves, and Coach Rogers is trying to work on this. They're in a 7-game losing streak, as we saw. All it takes is just that first conference win, and I feel like things could get back on track.
Yeah, Cooper. Well, we're going to have to take another short break so my blood pressure can go down again because I went on another rant. You guys are watching Red Wolf Roundtable on ASU-TV. Stick around.
ASU-TV, shows like Red Wolf Roundtable, ASU-TV News, Westside Football, and more. Gain real-life experience while doing what you love. Get involved with ASU-TV today.
ASU-TV, covering all your favorite sports. From Red Wolf Roundtable to Westside Football and more, ASU-TV has you covered. Tune in now to ASU-TV for news and coverage on these sports and more.
Welcome back, guys. Now we're going to talk about the men's basketball team. And Cooper, they're not much better.
No, they're not. Well, the only thing they have over the women's right now is they've won a conference game. They have won
A conference game.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for clarifying.
Sorry,
no, you're good. Good. I appreciate helping the viewers. Just one, not number one in the standings. We're number dead last.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been a rough time here at Arkansas State. Football season, 3-9. You're like, well, maybe basketball season. Well, it's just looking like it's going to be a heartbreaker. But with the men's basketball team, they play one half, and then the second half, they just disappear.
Yeah, Cooper, and Ella Jane kind of mentioned it herself about the Southern Miss game. I mean, this team was in it. They were in it to win it, but unfortunately, they did not win it. I mean, I don't care. You can scroll on Twitter all you want. You can scroll on different Facebook groups, different message boards, and you're going to see everybody saying, oh, fire Coach Bellato, fire Mike Bellato. But it's not the problem. The problem is this, okay? You've got guys that are older players that are hurt, and you got younger players that are hurt. And it's just like the women's team. Doesn't seem like they want to play basketball. I mean, look at this for an instance, okay? And I'm sure if my guy watches this, I'm sure he's going to give me some crap. But AB, this man is over 7 foot tall, okay? He can't hit a jumper from 15 feet out. He can't score in the inside. And, I was talking to another player, Parker. He said that, quote, AB had a great practice. He was going to do good. He started that game. Didn't do nothing, didn't play the next game, which I get. That makes some people mad. Mm-hmm. But when you're that tall, you got to produce. I'm sorry. I get your green, but you got to produce. When you look at the Southern Miss game, you got two rising stars from the team, Terrence Ford and Isaiah Nelson. Isaiah Nelson, he's able to block. He's a great defensive player. And T-Baby, Terrence Ford, that's my guy too. He's a great inside scorer. He's able to do a little crossovers. He's able to get in the inside. But the stats just don't do him justice. T-Baby Terrence, he's averaging almost 30 minutes. He's averaging almost 10 points. Isaiah, he's almost got 2 blocks a game, almost 6 rebounds a game, almost 5 points a game. But the thing that kind of contradicts this, and it kind of irritates me, is that whenever these guys are on the floor, whenever Marquise is on the floor, whenever Caleb's on the floor, whenever Omar's on the floor, if these guys get one foul, and I just mean one simple hands up, common foul, it seems like they go panic mode.
Mm-hmm. You know, speaking of Isaiah Nelson, he's the guy during pre-games. He has all this high energy. They all have this, you know, they're happy to be out there. They're warming up. They're doing a dunk contest pretty much during warm-ups and all that. They have all this energy. Then, like you're saying, they get to the game, they miss a couple shots, and then they get called for an iffy foul, and then it's just, it all breaks loose. It all goes to crap. They get mad. There's no one on this team right now to say, guys, it's okay. There's not a true leader of this team. You don't have a true leader, like I was saying with North Chad last year. You don't have that type of leader out there.
Yeah, Cooper, I mean, and we'll get into it more when we come back, but when we come back, we're going to talk about how A-State can keep a consistent plus 500 record, and we're going to talk about some starting lineup issues that this team has had. But guys, stick around. You're watching Red Wolf Roundtable here on ASU-TV.
ASU-TV, shows like Red Wolf Roundtable, ASU-TV News, Westside Football, and more. Gain real-life experience while doing what you love. Get involved with ASU-TV today.
ASU TV, covering all your favorite sports. From Red Wolf Roundtable to Westside Football and more, ASU TV has you covered. Tune in now to ASU TV for news and coverage on these sports and more.
Cooper, guys, welcome back to Red Wolf Roundtable here on ASU TV. Now let's go ahead and kind of dive into some things we didn't get to last segment, and the question poses to you, my amigo, my dear friend, the one that knows me better than anybody else except my mother. How does A-State keep a consistent plus 500 for the men's basketball record?
Well, you're asking a very, very tough question right there.
Wouldn't have a job if I didn't do that.
Yeah, I know. You're going to have to keep Avery Felts into the game. He's not the greatest defender, but he's your most consistent scorer on that team. You're going to have to keep Felts in that game. And, I like Caleb Fields at the point guard. I like him being that little dynamic duo. Him and Terrence, they can swap in and out. I like that little duo. But then after that, we need Omar to really step up, not, foul so often. Omar, he's a great player. not trying to diss him, but he can't control his emotions. He gets so emotional, and then one foul turns into 4 fouls, and now you're sitting out for the whole first half and barely playing the second half. And Marquise Davis, I don't know what's really happened to him. He was going to be that guy that was supposed to, be the true leader. He needs to step up. He's going to have to step up if this team even wants to get to 500 at all.
Yeah.
He's a ghost. He's barely out on the floor. When he's hitting his shots, he's feeling good. He's a great guy to be around on the court. He's fun. He's having fun. But when he gets fouling, his shots aren't falling. That's why he wasn't starting the other day.
So, just to kind of clarify, it sounds like that they have an emotional problem, which is fine. Some of them are young. Some of them have, stuff to work out, which is cool. But, I want to kind of go back to what you said about Marquise. Marquise at the start of the season, started conference, he was hitting his shots. In the one game they won, Arkansas State, contrary to what people may believe, they went on, I think, a 5 to 6 game winning streak right when conference started, and then the losing streak started. Marquise Davis, and again, like I said about Terrence, it's my guy. I could tell it to him straight, and he would take it, with a grain of salt. When you get picked to be a leader, when Norchad Omier leaves this team, when Desi Seals leaves this team to go to Kansas State or Miami and Norchad's thing, you're the one guy from that team that was viewed as a scorer that could score at will besides Avery Phelps, the mayor of Bono. You have to step up and hit your shots. I don't care if you're getting fouled. I don't care if you are fouled or you do foul. I don't care if you miss 25,000 gazillion billion million shots. You just got to stay positive. I get basketball, you miss your shots, you get in your head, whatever. But you just got to keep your head up, my friend. I love you dearly. But, Cooper, and the next thing I want to kind of cover with you is this starting five thing. We've had, I think, 7 or 8 different starting fives for the men's basketball team. And I want to ask you, who do you think the true starting five is for this team?
I'm going to run almost a little small ball because I'm trying to get as many scorers out there as possible. I'm going to have Caleb Fields. He's our PG number 1. And then you're going to have Ford. He's going to run the 2. Then we're real small. We're going to have Feltz at the 3. You're going to have those 3 guys that those are going to be your 3 guys that are going to score. And then down in the paint, I want Nelson out there for the energy, and I want Marquise Davis. As much as I said, well, Marquise Davis, he's not being the leader, he needs to be out on the floor because he can be that leader. We saw him last year when Norchad would get into foul trouble. He would come off the bench and provide great minutes, and he would do his job. We need that Marquise Davis just extended.
Yeah, I agree 100%. When you look at the small ball lineup, that really opens up the bench for a Malcolm Farrington who had been battling back issues prior to the start of conference. Now he's not the same, but he's slowly getting there. You bring him off the bench, he's able to hit those threes that you need. The problem is if you run that small ball lineup, what do you do with Omar?
Omar, like I'm saying, he's going to be coming off the bench. He's going to be that 6-man type player because with the small ball, you're asking a lot of reliabilities on your 2 big men to, hey, you're going to have to hold down this paint pretty well because if they start attacking, we're going to need that help side defense. And with that, you're going to get some foul troubles. But if we can have a consistent almost 3-man rotation between the big mans, then that small ball lineup could work.
Well, Cooper, real quick, I just want to ask you a quick question. Is the season over?
No, it's start of conference play. All it takes is 2 to 3 wins, and you're back in it.
Well, Coop, we're going to go ahead and send it back to our news desk correspondent. Ella Jane, same question to you. Is the basketball season over for the men?
I believe it's not over, but I do believe we have some improvements we do have to make. This men's basketball team will also be stepping back on the court Thursday, January 19th at First National Bank Arena as they are set to take on Louisiana. And you can watch the game live on ESPN Plus as well as listen to it live from the EAB Red Wolf Sports Network. Tristan Cooper, back to you.
Cooper, it's been a fun first episode back. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And Coop, real quick before we wrap it up and send it to the credits, on the count of 3, you already know what we got to do. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday, Butch Jones.
Guys, we will see you next time. This has been Red Wolf Roundtable here on ASU TV.